Hello friends, welcome to yet another video. In this video we are going to learn about WordPress. In fact, this is the first video of the entire series of WordPress where we master the WordPress. Okay, I'll just log into the admin panel. Like if you are new to WordPress, once it is installed on your hosting, you can just go to the domain name /wp-admin. Okay, since I'm already logged in, it is showing me the dashboard. In case I was not, it would ask me to log in with the required credentials. Okay, great. So now this is the default WordPress admin panel where we have not installed anything extra. In fact, there's this posts, pages, okay, comments, appearances, themes. Okay, this is the default stuff which is there. Now before we go ahead with the main stuff, some basics about WordPress. Number one is let's visit this website. I'll just copy paste this link here. Okay, now here we have got a hello world thing, and this is a blog article. Okay, the blog articles have are published using the post here. The post section is used for blog articles. By default, WordPress was started as a blogging platform. WordPress was started as a blogging platform. So mainly this is the most important features. In fact, most of the bloggers, okay, in fact WordPress claims that 34% of the internet is run on websites on the internet are run on WordPress websites. So that's huge again. So again, this is a blog post which is where you are allowed to leave comments, and there is this categories which are there, various categories which are there. And here by default, when you install WordPress, you will be able to see a hello world, this thing. This is a default page post which is created, and a default page which is a sample page. Okay, now if you just observe here on the sample page, we see there is no comments option, no option to comment here. Plus in the this thing in the URL, if you observe, okay, here I've highlighted it, I've selected it, there is no date connotation which is there. Whereas if I just go and open the website on the this thing new page, I see the hello world stuff. This is a blog page. When I click on the blog, it shows me a date, 22nd August 2019, which comes in the URL. By default, all the blogs on WordPress have this date coming in the URL. Okay, so how do we get rid of it? So let's say if you don't want the users to know the URL in the date, how do we get rid of it? So we can go to the dashboard. In the dashboard, we can just go to the settings. In the settings, we will have to go to the permalink. Click on the permalink, and here we can, instead of having the day and name, we can change it to post name. Okay, so now here there's some code change which has happened, and we'll just select post name again, and we will just save this thing. Once we have saved this, and when we go to the home page again and we reload or we click on this thing, we will see that the date has been removed. Okay, so why should you remove the date? Mainly if you don't want your URLs to be seen as a date. One more advantage of it is that if you don't have the dates here, let's say if I update this article next month, so I will not have the older URL. Some people may feel that the URL is old, so the article would be old. So we would rather prefer, I would personally rather prefer to remove the URL here. This is about the permalink. So we saw the pages. Now currently we have got a sample page which has been created. Okay, now here in the entire series, what I'm trying to do is we are going to create a full-fledged blogging website with the subscription form, with a notice, etc. So do subscribe to the channel if you're interested in learning more about this. Okay, so now let's see how to edit a page, okay, or delete one. So let me just move this one to trash. Now add new page. Okay, okay, now this is a latest editor by WordPress, and this looks like more fancy. It has brought this in due to a lot of competitors coming in with visual editors. Okay, I'll just name this page about us. I'll just write this page, or let me have a proper content. This website is focused on training students who are planning to appear for their GRE exams. Okay, for more, we plan to keep updating the content, the blog content and study material to help students for free. Okay, this is just dummy, so we won't do that. In fact, if I want to insert an image, I can do that. I can add a block, okay, and I can add an image block, etc. And you can do a lot of things with this. So more on this later. Right now I'll just publish this thing. Now here, if you see, we don't have a lot of options here, but when we open a blog post, we see a lot of options in there. Okay, color setting, we don't want much. We can just preview this thing. I'll just click on preview, and I'll see that this has come the way we wanted it to happen. And what I can do is I can publish it also. I simply publish it, and when I view page, I've got GRE Prep King, about us, and we have got the about us in the menu. We have automatically got the about us in the menu. Why? Because in the dashboard, in the WordPress settings, there's something called as appearances and menu. In the menu, we have this setting called as, okay, automatically add the menus here to the WordPress. Okay, now let me just see the options. So here they put the custom link, which is there, which is good. And whenever I create a menu, okay, so let me just create a menu. Okay, auto add pages, so it is asking whether I want to automatically add the pages to new level. Display location, primary menu. Okay, so we're looking at this. We'll just save this thing. Okay, and then there is manage locations. Okay, now in this theme, it is only one location, that is the primary menu. What we can do is we can have multiple locations in different themes. So we will also examine a paid theme, premium theme, and we'll also see how we can manage the menus in the premium theme as well. Now let's examine the post. Here is the hello world post. I'd like to thrash this. I'll just add new post. Okay, and how to crack GRE in 10 months. So I'll have one post stating that how to crack GRE in 10 months, and I'll type something. So when I type, I've got an option to insert an image. I can just click on image. I can upload, or maybe I can just use the media library. Currently there is nothing in the media library, but we can upload images. We'll look into it. Okay, and we can just simply insert via a URL. For example, if we just want to insert this image via URL, we can just insert the link here of the image, and we've got the image here. We can resize the image depending on what type of content we want. We can position the image. We can left align it, right align, center align it, or right align it. So if I right align it and I write some text around it, this is the way to crack GRE. The text will come towards the right hand side. Now I can just simply publish this thing, or I can also preview this thing. Now there are few more important things here. There is something called as settings here. When you click on the settings, okay, we can change it to code editor, visual editor, etc. We can manipulate those options. Okay, now document. Now this is the block which is selected. Now we can click on the document. We get more options here. So visibility, we can make it public or private. Private is only visible to the site administrators and editors. Password protected, we can give this page a certain password, and we can just share it with certain people. Like I've just put 1234 as a password. When do I want to publish it? Immediately, or I can schedule it in the future, or I can backdate it. Okay, post format, is it an image, is it a gallery? I can just select that. Stick to the top of the blog post, pending review. Stick to the top post is mainly it will keep this post on the highest level. They've got permalink is the link display, so this would be the link. If I don't want the in here, I can just edit it here. So this is where your article will be displayed. Categories are very important. We can uncheck uncategorized. We can add categories, GRE. We can add how to prepare for GRE. Okay, GRE tips. Okay, we can have multiple categories. You can also use SEO keywords for categories. That definitely helps. Tags are similar to categories, but it's more like your hashtags in Instagram, so you can just add there little casual ones, prep tips, etc. Featured image, we can set a featured image. I'll just upload it, or featured image is something which we can add later. We will look at that. Currently I don't have any handy. Export is basically a small paragraph which you want people to list. So maybe instead of having the entire article, I can have GRE tips for toppers. Okay, and then discussion, whether I want to allow people to comment, allow ping backs and track backs. So basically this is from the SEO point of view. If you are having comments, you can allow people to comment on your blog post, etc. Now I password protected it, though I'll just publish it. I'll publish it immediately. Publishing failed, some server error. Okay, let me just save it as draft. It is saved as draft, and now let me try to publish it. Okay, let me just change it to public, and let me try now. And now it was published. Maybe there's some error with the password protected thing. Okay, we'll check that back again. We can just click on view post. and we have got our article. GRE tips from topper, we have got it on recent post. If say we comment, hey there, nice article, we will be able to submit the article as well, comment as well. Now the comment will be displayed here, but ideally when somebody else is posting a comment, it requires to be approved. Okay guys, I hope you learned something new here. We will close it here right now, and we'll get back. Just subscribe to the channel to get more videos on this. Happy watching.